Medic.
It really is. So we're back on doing remote recordings, not because we don't want to physically be around each other or can't due to illness or traveling or whatever, but we're going to try and post video of ourselves.
Yes, and for technical reasons y'all don't care about, this makes editing easier when we record it virtually.
Yeah. We've
So,
had to pivot a little bit sometime at points to make Katie's life easier to do all of her editing magic that I don't know how to do, and this makes our life much easier.
it
So
really does. I had a couple crash outs and we're back. It's fine.
that's fine. That's fine.
So
So
now
you
we're
get
like,
to.
what if we did video, which is something that
What if we
neither of
did?
us know anything about.
No. So let's try. We've
So
decided
sorry
that
for all the transitions that are just going to be jump cuts this first time.
we're going to see how it goes. And if you guys like this, then we'll commit and make it look nicer a different time. But
Yes.
you know what? We make the rules. So, like,
We're also
whatever.
never going to be video girlies, so the video part of this is probably always going to be mid. Although I did
Yeah.
have to, I got recruited to record a video for work today,
Oh,
uh,
well,
about property taxes, something that I know and care about.
I know exactly what project you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
So
face coming soon on the Statesman Instagram.
go watch this space or
I'm
watch
like,
that space.
I'm like, as long as I don't have, as long as someone else will give me the script or talking points and I don't have to edit it, I'll do whatever you want. Like,
Sure. Why
I'll talk
not?
into a camera,
Because you know what
whatever.
the people love these days? Seeing reporter faces. We're pivoting to video, guys. We're pivoting to video.
I think
Here.
I've seen. I got laid off because of the pivot to video the last time around.
And watch us in our hobby job pivoting to video. Not pivoting. No.
Literally,
We're
though.
we're not pivoting. This is still audio first format. We're just giving the people maybe what they want, which is
No,
our
we're giving
faces.
the
Can you
robots what they want. We're giving the YouTube algorithm what
I
it
know.
wants. But it's fine. You guys get to see how I dress when I come home from work, which is my dad's t-shirt with a hole in it
Mm-hmm.
and my gay ass hat.
And that's how I look after the gym. My camera is flipped, so the words on my shirt are backwards. I
It's
didn't
straight for
realize
me.
that. Oh, just kidding then. Hopefully on the recording it looks right then. For me
Is
it looks
mine
like I'm
straight?
looking in a mirror. Yeah, yours is straight.
Crazy.
Anyway, well
This
look, we're
episode is about
discovering
us figuring out video.
Ooh, brought to you by two dumb bitches.
I will
We like
say our
exactly.
backgrounds are adorable.
Yeah. Play I Spy with our bookshelves. That's a fun game.
Yeah.
I gained a mentor at work, like through some formal matchmaking or whatever. And
Oh, you
so
did
when
that program? I thought about it.
yeah, I need to connect with him. But when I had my first meeting with him, he was like, "Oh, I love your blonde shell poster." And I was like, no one's ever clocked that. Hi, Blonde Shell. If you don't listen to her, check her out. She's awesome. Most people clock my Death Cab poster, or if anyone's going
Yes.
to clock anything, they'll clock the guitars and think I automatically know how to play, which I, again, as the listeners know, I'm learning.
She's
Some people
learning.
clock my Death Cab poster, which I'm wearing a shirt from that tour right now too.
You're very Abigail right now.
I'm very Abigail coded right now. But the blonde shell was new. I was
I
thrilled.
know.
I was like, wow, this really bodes well for our match as mentor
Ah, shit, I
mentee.
should have turned on my lava lamp,
Next time, stay tuned for Katie's lava lamp next
which was a
episode.
Christmas present from Abigail's husband 2 Christmases ago? Something like that.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot
I
that
was
was
pretty
from
pumped
him.
about it.
Yeah, as
Austin
you
knows
should
how to
be.
get me a gift.
Austin is a good gift giver,
Yeah.
especially for pals who love a tchotchke.
If it was more
Uh,
easily accessible, I would show it, but I would have to go. I don't want anybody to see my bottom half on the internet.
that's fair. I'm in
As far as
sweatshorts.
y'all concerned, I'm here up.
We are floating heads.
Yeah.
When I meet somebody who's only known me like via Zoom, it's like, yeah, you can see my legs now. So they do exist.
Yeah.
Or if I wear like, I think people are always maybe semi surprised to find out that I have like an above the knee tattoo and they only know me
Mhm.
like via Zoom. Like my big tattoos are like on my legs. And so I think when people see them, they're somewhat surprised because I have my little ones like on my arms, but
Right.
or my smaller ones, I should say. But my big pieces are on my legs, including one above my knee. And so,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't have that. No
No,
one's
Katie doesn't have that
surprised.
problem.
No one's
Katie
surprised
finally
by my
got
situation.
a not joke one on her legs.
I did.
And then
And then I
proceeded
got a
to
joke
follow
one.
it with another joke one.
It's an
So,
oyster. It's fucking adorable. Also,
and
like, I have probably what, 30 tattoos if we had to count 35, 40, something like that. And only about 10 of them are jokes.
yes, but the funny part was that when Katie would wear long sleeves and a skirt, she had a ghost playing a guitar and the Grillo's pickle logo. And for all anybody knew, those were the only tattoos she had. So,
Yeah, at
so
least now in wintertime, people will get to see like my cool like cowgirl
yes.
playing guitar who's gorgeous, and I am like so excited for summer, etc., so that I can show her off. But then I also got a little oyster guy with a martini.
Yeah, he's cute. I'm
He's
no
adorable.
judgment. It was just always very funny when we would like go out and it's like Katie in like a cute leather skirt and like, oh, there's Mr. Grillo and and Chris
Okay,
Christopherson.
but oh yeah, Austin named the ghost Chris Christopherson. Um, But no one ever clocks the pickle as the Grillos guy. It's only ever been restaurant industry people who clock the Grillos guy. But the first person who I'd never had to say it to was the guy who works at the oyster place that I got the
You
oyster
know,
tattoo for. And I was like,
he earned it.
we are fucking best friends right now. He gave me, after I got the oyster tattoo, he got me a dozen free oysters. Shout out to my
Oh
man
yeah.
Drew at Austin Oyster Company. Big fan of your work, big fan of him as a human. I love Austin Oyster Company. I've been there twice. They've only been open for like a month. Endorse so strongly, genuinely, like an excellent new restaurant in Austin.
And one that I have no real connection to. So you can take it as a true endorsement from the both of us.
And not counting our dozen free oysters, my friend Michelle and I, we ordered everything and we got cocktails and wine and whatever. And the bill was only $200.
All right, there you go. This
Anyway,
episode brought to
this has been
you
my restaurant review.
not at all by Austin Oyster Company, but here's some free press.
I'm kind of sponsored by, you know how like the
Like a NASCAR car.
yeah, literally, I'm like a NASCAR car. Put your sticker on me and fucking give me something. I'll do it. I would get this guy tattooed on my body. Not
Hey,
with the
Lone Star.
words, but I would get the I don't want words
Yeah.
on me, but I would get the
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I guess you don't have any words on you. You have
just my
numbers.
just my numbers, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. It took me a while to get words and then my dad died. Then I got
Yeah.
words. So
Yeah,
that'll lead you to get words.
I'm not forever anti words. I just have always been against doing it for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'd rather get like visual interpretations of those words. That's just kind of
Sure,
always how
yeah.
I've been. I like to be instead of doing like a song lyric, which I obviously don't have anything against. I like to be like, what do the lyrics of this song make me think of? Like, what can I kind of visualize out of this? Like all of my little Taylor Swift ones, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, for the listeners and viewers, I have How Lucky Above My Elbow, which is the song my dad and I danced to at me and Austin's wedding. The Kurt
great
Vile
song.
version that he did with John Prine. So yeah, those are my
R.I.P. to
words.
two legends.
I was like, no, Kurt Vile's still alive.
John Prine isn't.
John Prine is not, neither is Joe. I hope they're chilling up there.
Those two would get along.
They're
um,
vibing. Somebody, I don't remember who it was, maybe it was like asking about your tattoos, and you're like, I don't know, put it whatever on me. It's just skin.
yeah,
And yeah,
you
whatever.
can't take
Who
it with
cares?
you.
Whatever.
Might
Anyway, we
as
should talk
well
about
look
books.
cool while I'm here.
Yes,
Not gonna
that's
be
true.
here forever. Not gonna be young forever. Might as well look fucking cool. Anyway,
Books.
I'm on one today. I don't know. Okay, let's do this. Anyway, we're
Okay.
rounding up books that we want to read. Um, summer
This
and summer
summer.
adjacent.
Yes, we didn't get to read a proper because one, we couldn't really think of one we wanted to read, and it's about this time anyway that we do a summer roundup. So moving into May time, and I am straight up gnawing at my cage for a watermelon margarita in the pool. So the sun came out today after
I
a few days
really
of
think
rain.
after weeks, so it's been raining for weeks. We have barely
Yeah.
seen the sun in weeks. I did not realize how bad it had been until I walked out of the office today and the sun was out, and I was like, I could do anything right now. I drove home with
That's
the
right.
windows down. I almost came to your house, sit in the backyard. I was this close.
Oh, no, you could have.
I
Hattie was
did
doing
have
that.
shit to do, unfortunately. I had shit to do
Wah,
here.
wah.
I had to film that video.
Oh,
Uh,
well.
shall we go in chronological order? Abigail has so kindly rounded up some of the uh generally these are books that made at least one most anticipated list.
Yes.
I've cross-referenced them with my personal most anticipated list, and all of mine were already on here.
Tried to get some variety in terms of authors that we know, new to us authors, hopefully. And yeah, I also fudged it a little bit and started with books that came out on April 7th. So, because we make the rules, and obviously we haven't read them yet. It's as we're recording April 22nd. So, we, it counts. As Katie said earlier, Halloween books come out in August. So, this is like the same.
So
So,
summer books can come out in April.
yes, they can. Would you like to kick us off because I know you know this author?
Yes, ma'am. I also have a physical copy of this book somewhere on the floor back there. This is The Paris Match by Kate Claiborne, who I have read at least one of her books before, though as I'm thinking about it, I can't remember which one. Um,
Wasn't it one with a baby and it was like a surprise pregnancy?
is that
And
her?
I thought it was her. And it was a book of the month. And I feel like I remember it
Different
being,
person, different author.
oh, my bad.
I read Georgie All Along by Kate Claiborne,
That's
um,
right.
which was a nice book. It wasn't like, from my memory, it wasn't like a home run. It wasn't it was just it was nice. It was a nice book.
Great.
I think it was a book of the month at one point.
It definitely was. I
Yeah.
remember the cover, but I
Yes.
didn't read it.
So this one is about a divorce. Yay. So I will read the blurb. Physician Layla Bailey has spent over a year telling herself she's moved on from a painful but amicable divorce from her college sweetheart. Staying friends with her ex seemed like the mature thing to do, but when Layla is invited to her former sister in law's destination wedding in Paris, where Layla once spent her own romantic honeymoon, she knows her commitment to maturity might be her worst enemy, especially since her ex isn't attending alone. Oh no. The only thing that can make the week more difficult is getting through it without the distraction of the wedding. But when what Layla thought was a harmless conversation about the choices of her younger self, oh no, leads to the bride getting cold feet, Layla finds herself facing down the groom's mysterious, of course, taciturn, of course, best man Griffin, who I'm adding in the of courses. Griffin,
Yep.
who will do anything to make sure this wedding happens. Since she broke it, Griff demands she help him fix it. Going along with his plan to alleviate the engaged couple's doubts seems like Layla's best chance at maintaining a good relationship with a family she once called her own. But as she learns more about the past heartbreak that's driving Griff, or Jiff, to help his friend, she gets closer and closer to comforting the true depth of her own pain while finding herself more and more willing to risk it all again for Griff.
Gif.
Uh, I w-
Gif.
give GIF.
Drift.
I wish that this would have come out last summer so that I could have read it when I was in Paris or going to Paris, but I'll take it.
This counts. I just finished The Wedding People. Fuck,
Oh,
man, that was a good book.
that's a
Oh,
good
everyone was
fucking book.
right. Everyone was right. It was so good. It was like a Kindle Unlimited thing. And I love a family drama, which I guess it was kind of family drama. I love silly rich people. Love silly rich people. Love a wedding. Dude, that book was so fucking good. I read it in like 3 days. Could not put it
Yep.
down. It was so good. Man, You guys were all right. Friend of the pod, friend in real life, Tess loves that book. Yeah, man, that was so fucking good. Anyway, I've been like another thing, and I'm gnawing at my cage for. Gnawing at my cage for another similar book is that I need Jennifer E. Smith to put out another heartbreaker for me. Maybe this will scratch my itch, though. This seems,
Yeah.
unless it's like more shenanigan-y than Wedding People was, which was like the perfect mix of melancholy and shenanigans for me right now.
Yeah, that book I read not long after my divorce, and I remember it being quite healing in a manner of ways.
It is very, I need a new start. I'm going to do that.
I'm
And
gonna make a
then,
big change in my life. Yeah.
which at first is, I did not know that, spoiler alert, she was initially going to kill herself. And then decides not to, thankfully. So, man, good book though. Great
Really
book.
great book. Really great
Uh,
book. That was one of my favorite books of last year. Easy.
yeah. So anyway, maybe I'll dive into this one, and now that's out, I don't know. Plus I have been to Paris, so I'll
Yeah.
take that. Anyway,
Read us the
next
next
one,
one.
yeah, an author that I very much enjoy and might, ooh, another fresh start one. So this also might really scratch my itch. The Name Game by Beth O'Leary, who I do love and actually haven't read in a minute, so this would be nice. Here's the tagline. A man and a woman with the same name are looking for a fresh start, only to discover they have landed the same job in this charming new romance by best-selling author Beth O'Leary.
They have
So
the
here is,
same first name and last name, which is
yes.
crazy.
So, okay, so here's the blurb of The Name Game by Beth O'Leary. Charlie couldn't be happier to take the job of farm shop manager on the remote wild Isle of Ormer. See, this is what I want right now. She She's grieving, a little lost, and in desperate need of a fresh start. Well, fuck me. Anyway, I
You
added that in
manifested
clearly.
this.
I manifested this from my girl Beth. Jones has come out of a difficult breakup and is looking forward to some peace away from the noise of his city life. Moving to Ormer couldn't have come at a better time. But when Charlie Jones and Ahem, the Ahem is in there, Charlie Jones both turn up at Ormer's one and only farm shop, claiming to have been offered the role of manager, everyone is baffled. How could this have happened? And just who is the real Charlie Jones?
That's
So,
funny. This
it
seems
is
like a
funny.
perfect combination of melancholy and shenanigans. This is an Abigail.
This is an Abigail special. Yeah. I'm I'm running. I'm running. Plus, is this on in Ireland? It's
I
somewhere
think
that's not here.
Beth O'Leary's British. I
She is
think.
British, yeah.
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 So
Which
somewhere over there.
somewhere that's not here. Great. Far away. I'll
Yeah.
take it. Just kidding.
This
I love my home. Anyway.
this next one is also far away, which normally Carly Fortune's books all happen in Canada, and it sounds like this one happens elsewhere because there's a mention of a
Ooh.
rainforest, and I don't think they have that in Canada.
Probably not.
I'm gonna guess
Guess
no.
guessing no.
But now I want to Google where this is. Hang on. Oh, it is in Canada.
Oh my god. It's like one of those temperate rainforests. Right?
Wow,
Temperate? Is that
this
the right
looks
word?
beautiful. Oh, I want to go here.
Did you see that TikTok of that couple who was supposed to go on a cruise to the Bahamas and then it got rerouted to Canada and they told them
Yes.
like 3 days before? This is
Yep.
We just had a mini version of that.
Let me tell you about this book, which is set in apparently a rainforest in British Columbia. Who knew? We learned something new today. Canadians are listening like those fucking dumbasses don't know
I know.
anything about Canada. I've
We
been
live
there
in
once.
Texas. I've never been to Canada. I've seen
Huge,
it.
huge fan of your country.
I've seen it. Standing in Detroit. I've seen it.
Oh.
But that's all I got. When did you go to Canada?
For Young Life Camp
Oh, that makes sense.
in
Okay.
high
All
school.
right.
It
Nice.
was, to that point, the most beautiful place I had ever been. And is still among the most beautiful places I've ever been. We were on a little island off the coast of Vancouver. It was gorgeous.
Oh,
It was really beautiful. I saw
sounds
a
great.
bear. It was crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen a bear. Not at the zoo. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune, May 5th.
Yes, y'all know that I am always sat for Carly. I'm assuming that these people are spin-off people of one of the previous Carly Fortune books, but you also know that my memory is a sieve, so if I'm not remembering, I'm sorry. Every book is new to me because I don't remember shit.
What a joy. Everything's new. Every
Yeah,
book is new.
51st
That's
dates, except every time I pick up a book.
that can be our new tagline, along with refreshingly literate, is every book is new.
Refreshingly literate, can't remember shit.
Nope. It's perfect. It works. Great.
Yeah. Abigail already said Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune, which comes out in a couple weeks. Frankie and George have been best friends since they were 8 years old. Both passionate, impulsive, and headstrong, they've always clashed and come back together. Until now, it's the eve of Frankie's wedding weekend, and she doesn't know where they stand or even if George will show up as her best man. Then, at the start of the festivities, in walks George. For one glorious evening, surrounded by her loved ones, Frankie's life is finally perfect, but it all comes crashing down when her fiance dumps her the next morning, leaving only a note as an explanation. Crushed and confused, Frankie returns to her family's home to wallow, but George has a different idea and a plan for healing Frankie's broken heart. He wants her to go on her honeymoon with him. The Honeymooners Part 2! For 1 week to the lush rainforests and misty beaches of Tofino, which is apparently in British Columbia. Frankie
Canada.
agrees, Canada, not to be confused with the other
Not to
British
be confused with
Columbia
the other
in
one.
Costa Rica.
Geography has never been my strong suit.
Bless it. Uh, Fra- Frankie agrees, seeing the trip for what it really is one last chance to repair their friendship. Even if it means unearthing secrets and long buried feelings neither knows how to handle. Even if it means falling apart for good. I'm so in. Y'all know I'm in for Carly Fortune, but y'all also know that we love the Unhoneymooners, and this feels like Canadian Unhoneymooners.
Oh no, did we just pick our next book maybe? Wait, no, probably the next one.
Probably the next
Cuz
next book, yeah.
yeah. Oh
We're
no,
also gonna have to bank at least one while I'm in Italy, so
we also haven't done Carly. We did a Carly Fortune double feature way back when.
we did.
And so it might be high time again. So,
Yeah.
here we are. All right. Hometown hero, Catherine Center, who lives in Austin. Correct? Watch me be
She's
so
from
wrong.
Houston.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to counter. Hometown hero.
Yeah,
Hometown hero,
Texan.
Catherine. Yeah,
Texan.
Texan. Yes, for sure. Catherine Center has another one come out. I have not read a Catherine Center, but I've heard very good things. You did,
I'm a
and you
new
were very
fan. I'm
yeah,
a
you
new
were very
fan.
pleasantly surprised. I know my aunt really likes her. So The Shippers comes out May 19th. The tagline credits her as one of the hottest, fastest rising rom-com stars. So,
True.
ooh, another destination wedding. The summer is like the best time for wedding romances.
I agree.
Okay,
And I can finally read wedding romances again, so I'm ready.
we're back. We're so back. We are so back.
True.
So, all right, here's the blurb. She wants him to help her woo somebody else. Genius, foolproof, can't go wrong. Obviously not. After a
Obviously.
it's gonna go perfect. After a lifetime of being bad at love, JoJo Burton, ooh, I almost said JoJo Siwa, vows to solve her intimacy issues once and for all at her at her sister's destination wedding on a cruise ship. Sorry, using your sister's wedding to solve your intimacy issues is so funny.
I
Armed
also
with
will say, brief aside,
Mhm.
I am sort of a sucker for the like, can you teach me how to be a girlfriend? I've never dated before. Can you teach me how to do whatever thing? Trope.
Teach me how to love.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Maybe. All right, here we go. Armed with pop psychology, she diagnoses herself with a fixation on the neighborhood guy who was her first crush and first kiss, and who just happens to be a newly divorced wedding guest. Determined to woo him for closure, she ropes in her childhood bestie, Cooper Watts, as her wingman. Cooper, who RSVP'd no, but showed up anyway.
Ooh, that
Cooper,
man.
boo that man. Cooper, who moved to London without a word 4 years ago. Cooper, who broke her heart. All right. All right, here we go. Shipboard antics abound. in this witty, heart-tucking childhood friends to lovers romance as JoJo and Cooper team up, fake flirt, slow dance, share a cabin, sing duets, get jealous, answer long-held questions, and finally, at last, discover truths about each other that will change everything.
I'm in.
You know what? I've cruise ship ones. Okay. I love Unsinkable Greta James. Very different tone. There. What was that one we really? Oh,
Shipped by
Shipped by
Angie
Angie Hot.
Hockman.
That one was fun. You will. I can't say never because who's to say? I would be shocked if you ever catch me on an ocean liner cruise. I'll be
I would
shocked.
do it as a bit. I would do it as a bit. If we like went ironically, like you, me, and
Right.
Austin going on a cruise would be so fucking funny.
That is why I said never, or
Yeah.
why I wouldn't say never,
Right.
because if there's a Margaritaville cruise or something,
Oh, baby, I got news for you.
I know. There is, right? Like,
Yeah.
surely there is. Or what was it, the 90s, like, butt rock one?
I
Like,
would go on one of those themed ones, I think. I wouldn't go
I
on
don't
just
even know
like
how
your
much they
standard
cost.
carnival cruise. Well, Sydney
Yeah.
and I quite seriously considered going on the Andrew McMahon does one every year,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
brings in like other like former like pop punk emo folks, and the Jack's Mannequin something corporate Andrew McMahon fans are so lovely and so wonderful, and every event I've ever gone to that is like full of the really dedicated fans, like when I flew to Colorado and we went to the Red Rock show, when we went to the 1111 show. We're going to see him with the Colorado Symphony in November, which is going to be really fucking cool. Um, any time I've been at one of those events with his like huge fans, everyone is so wonderful. So I think that kind of cruise I would be completely fine on.
Okay, boats. Big boats.
Big boats better than
Uh,
small boats.
why do they, it shouldn't float. It shouldn't float. I feel, okay, when we were, Austin and I just got back from Puerto Rico. When we were in Puerto Rico and we were walking around Old San Juan, we like walked past the like dock and we were like far away. And even still, what is that fear of things that are really big? I felt that come
Yeah.
upon me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I was just looking at it like, it shouldn't float. It shouldn't float. And I know they do. The
That's why
Titanic
I
was a
think one
long
of
time
these
ago.
like smaller themed ones would because I don't think they're on those like big like they're on the big cruise ships, but they're not on the like whatever
The
of the seas ones, you know,
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, and I
majestic
did do
of the
a
seas or whatever
yeah,
the
I did a
shit.
river cruise. That was fine, but I'm a strong swimmer, so I know that if something happened, I can get myself to shore.
Yeah.
Middle of the ocean. I also saw, what's Poseidon, that one about the cruise ship that turns upside down. Saw the remake that had Fergie in it when I was like 12.
I forgot about
Felt like
that.
that felt yeah, it's not a good movie.
No.
Felt like that traumatized me a little bit, but Fergie's there. Speaking of, we still got to go to the Titanic exhibit that's here in Austin. I got the ad
I really
today.
want to go. I really want to go. We
All
wrote
right.
about it at work and I heard it's really, really good.
I got to see it. That was one of my childhood fixations, Titanic. I didn't even see Titanic the movie until I was like an adult. I feel like I've said this on the podcast before. Love it so much more as a disaster movie. I do love a disaster movie. Sorry. Okay, next one. There's maybe a debut. No, beloved author. Just kidding. I saw it on a couple lists. I am skeptical, but I saw it on a few lists of people being excited about it. So, and it's set in Texas, which is why I'm skeptical. But
I have tried a few Alexa Martin books and she is not for me. That's not to say I won't try this one. Because it's a cowboy book, which you know I went through my cowboy book phase. So I'm not writing her off, but I've tried a couple of her books and have just really not been able to get into them. But I do know she's quite popular and people do like her. So not yucking anyone's yums. That just ain't my yum. But so yeah,
would you like
set
to
in
read?
Texas. Yes, I will read it. The fictional town is called Celestial, Texas.
It's not real.
I Okay, I'll rant about this after. I'll read the blurb. So this is By the Bootstraps by Alexa Martin, which comes out May 26th. Fueled by a love of romance novels, Luna Star, with two R's, and she's okay. Luna Star was destined for a life with her head in the clouds. Her delusional tendencies serve her well, or at least they used to. When life throws her a curveball, she decides it's time to turn her cowboy fantasies into reality and purchases a tiny farm in Celestial, Texas. After all, don't I'm trying to not react. After all, don't all heroines try to outrun grief? Tate Jacobs. Of course
Don't
his
look
name
at
is
me.
Tate.
I know.
I've
Tate
only
Jacob.
met
Tate
I've
Jacob.
only met one man named Tate in my entire life.
Tate Jacobs is far too close to Nate Jacobs, and I am hate watching Euphoria right now.
True.
I am hate watching Euphoria. Sam
I'm gonna
Levinson would I would fight.
I'm gonna
Hate
wait
that man.
until it's done, I think. And then catch up.
I gotta be in the discourse.
I
It
do
is what
keep
it
getting
is.
I'm also in the Discord, like I keep getting spoiled because I don't give a fuck. Like I'm still in the
Yeah,
discourse, but I'm gonna watch it later.
yeah.
Um
That's
Anyway, let me continue this. Tate Jacobs
sorry.
hates cowboys, which is a small problem considering his family happens to own the largest ranch in Celestial. Life might not have gone the way he wanted, but as head coach at his old high school and the town's best and only handyman, he's figured out how to stay busy and keep his head down until the new girl in town shows up. Luna's new property is a bad accident waiting to happen unless someone helps her with her DIY home renovations. As Tate and Luna spend more time together fixing up her house, unexpected feelings and undeniable chemistry bubble to the surface. Luna might have moved to Celestial to make her cowboy dreams come true, but somewhere beneath the vast Texas skies, she discovers that love in the real world can be far better than she imagined. I have several rants. I'll keep them short. First things first. The naming of a fictional town in Texas, I'm assuming fictional, though Texas be having some weird town names.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, please look.
Keep going.
The naming of a town Celestial. I am over the romance novels specifically, but general fiction books that portray Texas as this like mystical and like sometimes twee kind of place. Uh when like we fucking live here. We live here. Like this is not it's not like that. It's not like that. A town called
Confirmed.
Celestial probably has one stoplight. Everyone voted for Trump. Everyone's racist. It's still divided by the railroad tracks racially. The city council has your grandpa on it. At this point, I'm just describing my fucking hometown. But, like,
Yeah.
it's not this beautiful, magical, like, celestial. And her name's Luna Star. Like, fucking give me a break. That is one of my rants. My other rant is a small town in Texas would never only have one handyman. Every man in a small town in Texas is a handyman, moonlights as a handyman. Everyone in a small town in Texas, the women also handymen. They all know how to fix stuff. I am a laundromat heiress. I can change a tire. Like, I don't have to do any of this shit. Like, I prefer to not do it myself. But I know how to do some stuff. And this would never happen where the high school football coach, I'm assuming football because Texas, is the only handyman in town. I'm fired up.
So I don't live close to my hometown. My hometown is in North Texas, but is not dissimilar to Katie's hometown. And yeah, they're dusty. They smell like gasoline and concrete. There are there is a lot of nuance. Don't get me wrong. There are lots of wonderful, wonderful people who live in small town Texas,
Oh
and
yeah,
they
I
are
love
also
Smithville,
yeah,
but I get to shit on it because I'm from
yeah,
there.
right. Uh, yeah, no, it's racist, and they voted for Trump, and it's not like this
You
cute
can't
like
order
liberal
anything on
haven.
DoorDash. Like Amazon
Oh
barely
yeah,
goes to my dad got Amazon like 5 years ago. My dad
your
got
dad just got
Wi-Fi
internet.
last year. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is not
because
this
of
magical
Starlink, right?
only because of Starlink, which like we're all mad about, but it's the literal only option for my father to have internet at his home
Yeah,
because of where he lives. Like
yeah.
a lot of these small towns don't have enough water. Did y'all know we're in a water crisis in Texas right now? It is not this like beautiful, wonderful place. Texas is beautiful and wonderful, but I fucking hate it when books portray it as this like idyllic, like problemless, like
Yeah, you ever try to live in a small town? It's really
it
hard.
fucking sucks.
It's really hard. And to Katie's point, there's no way there's only one handyman in a small town because if there was, it would take him weeks to get out there. You have to fix your own shit. You
Everyone's
fix
a
your own shit.
handyman.
Yeah, everyone's a handyman. Like, no, we like in my family like built our barn. Like,
There's like
we had,
5 car mechanics in Smithville. Like,
yeah.
there's not only one handyman, there's multiple liquor stores.
We're gonna be honest. If we
I'm
read
not
this
gonna
one, it's
read
gonna
this
be a
fucking
hate
book.
read.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
it's all right.
I, I've pissed myself off. This is
Katie's
actually
worked
just.
herself up.
This is not even about Alexa Martin. This is I've taken a stand against people writing about Texas
Do
that aren't
you
from
think
here.
Alexa Martin went to Texas?
If she's from Texas, I'm gonna take back some of the stuff I've said. She does live in Dallas,
Okay.
so
Okay, so she has potentially been to my hometown.
potentially.
So,
She's gorgeous, I will say. I'm on her website right now. She's beautiful. She married her high school sweetheart at the age of 20. He played in the NFL. He played for Green Bay.
dick. Good for him, I guess.
So she might,
I
I
say
don't
like
know
as
where
a
she's,
sportsman.
right. She's, I don't know where she's from originally, but Google Books, trusted source Google Books, says that she lives in Dallas.
Okay. Who knows? Maybe it's a nuanced and accurate portrayal of small town Texas.
If she's not from Texas and writing about Texas, though, I'm mad again for more new and interesting reasons.
Yes. So, all right.
Okay,
Moving
I
on.
gotta, I gotta relax.
Gotta lock in. Relax.
I-
Take a couple deep breaths. It's all fine. Drink your Lone Star. I also like that you're in this rant in a camo hat for
It's
Next
a
of
gay
Kin.
hat.
It's gay camo hat. By the way, shout out to Next of Kin. Excellent Austin band. Love them.
Truly,
Uh yeah, super great. Go look them up. But anyway, you really look the part right now. That
wearing
ain't
my
small
fucking
town Texas. Yeah.
LCRA shirt.
So, anyway. All right, next we got Annabelle Monaghan
One of
with
my faves, my girly. I love her.
we've got Dolly All the Time coming out May 26th. And this is about a fake dating situationship with a workaholic scion. That's a word you don't hear very often. All right, here's the blurb.
Me Googling
If they
Scion.
Yeah, literally though. If they start by pretending, can they end with something real? Dolly Brick has never met a problem she couldn't solve. Not when her mom left when she was 12, and not at 39 when she moves with her son back to Whitfield, Rhode Island for the summer to keep her dad and brother from losing the family home. Oof. So when she comes across Stuart Whitfield, annoyingly handsome scion of the Whitfield family, did you learn what scion meant?
Yeah, it's like a Nepo baby.
Great. With a flat tire
An
and the
heir.
wrong. Okay, cool. Uh, so when she comes across Stuart Whitfield, da 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 da, annoyingly handsome scion of the Whitfield family, with a flat tire at the wrong end of a very public, very humiliating breakup, it's in her nature to help. But Stuart's proposed arrangement ends up being more than either of them bargained for because as public dinners and high society benefits turn into sunset boat rides and kisses that hit her bloodstream like a ghost pepper.
Oh, I like that.
I'm kind of whatever about it. Dolly starts to feel something more than helpful. She's never relied on anyone besides herself. Can she really start now?
In my mind, Annabelle Monaghan can do no wrong. I have enjoyed every single book that I have read from her with no caveats.
Okay. All right. I'm not as familiar, so,
You
but
should
I trust you.
read Nora Goes Off Script.
That's right. I've
It's
heard many
stuck with me
people.
for quite a long time.
You're right.
It's
All right.
lovely.
All right. I'm on it. Um, okay, so I when I was scrolling through, I found two tennis romances that are very heated rivalry coded. This is the one that comes out in the summer. Uh, so
I
yeah,
also
Katie,
need to point out that in our shared Apple Note, Abigail put the names of the books, so like title by author, parentheses, release date, and then with little notes afterwards. And for two entries in a row, she just put parentheses, all caps, gay.
Happy
Gay.
Pride Month, gay, gay.
All caps gay. This one says all caps gay, comma, heated rivalry vibes, comma, tennis, exclamation point. Thanks, Abigail, for the notes.
You
But me
know,
scrolling through this earlier and I'm just like, gay, gay,
gay,
gay.
gay, gay. Get ready.
Any- anyway, gay tennis romance. So this is The Open Era by Edward Schmidt, who I have not heard of.
Right, that's why I left the note, so
Yeah.
you would at least know a little bit
Gay.
of what this was about.
It
You're
comes out
welcome.
June 2nd. So happy
Pride
Pride
Month.
indeed. Gay.
Gay.
Okay. Recently turned pro tennis player Austin Hardy has been out since high school and it's never been a big deal. That is until he becomes the first openly gay man to compete in a Grand Slam tournament. Suddenly being gay is a huge deal with headlines to prove it. Unprepared for this new spotlight, Austin's anxiety disorder hits a breaking point and he trips and falls at practice. Right next to the very attractive, very talented, and probably straight Diego Cruz, ranked second in the world. The
Ooh,
two
is this like a
professional.
Nadal fan fiction?
Oh, I hope not.
Sorry,
You've
keep going.
ruined it for me. It's gone.
Keep going. Sorry, keep going. Keep going.
The two professional rivals start a friendship off the court, but between their flirty banter, mixed signals, and looming showdown, Austin is thrown further off his game by Diego. With the eyes of the world on Austin, the weight of history on his shoulders, and Diego across the net, he must decide whether love means nothing or if it means everything as he battles for the trophy during an electric 2 weeks at the US Open. Question for you. Can you read a book where the lead has the same name as your husband?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Plus, he's gay. So
Right.
okay, because I've also read books with leads with names of far more unsavory characters of my life, and I can move past it.
Yeah.
I think it would be, which my brother has a very unusual name, so that would be difficult.
Yeah.
Austin is a common name, so it's like
Yeah,
bound to happen.
I have read several. My brother's name is Jacob, so obviously that's a
Hmm.
common name. I've read several books with a Jacob or a Jake as the male lead, and I don't really think about it that much, but I also rarely call my brother by his actual I call him
Right.
Bub most of the time. Like I don't usually call it. I'm not like, "Hey, Jacob." Like that feels weird to me. So, I don't know. I
Yeah,
think I
that's
might would have a problem with a male lead with my ex-husband's name, but that's also a very common name. So I would probably get over it soon enough.
yeah. So this is very similar to a romance that our girl at the New York Times, whose name I am about to finally truly shout out because we've mentioned her multiple times. Oh, Olivia Waite. Yes. Um, our gal pal over there. So she wrote about this tennis book in late March that came out called 30 Love by Tom Vellner. And it is also about a Grand Slam tournament. Also about the first openly gay tennis player to play in a Grand Slam tournament. And also heated rivalry vibes. So,
I think we're going to be
if
seeing
that's
a
your
lot of these.
yes. So if that's your thing, congratulations. We're fed. Fun fact, Katie and I both used to play tennis. So,
We did. We did.
yeah, there's some lore for you. Anyway, but yeah, if either of those sound interesting to you, Olivia Waite really liked this one and put it under an article that highlighted romances that where romance novels where even the non-sexy parts make your heart race. So, that sounds nice
Oh,
to you?
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay, next gay one from Maisie
Yay!
Eddings. Gay
Sorry, I can't
uh
stop.
anyway.
Continue.
So Maisie Eddings wrote one that I actually did not finish, but it was not her fault because I was really enjoying it. It was about a podcaster, and there was something to do with hot dogs. Now I have to look it up because I am blanking on the title. But I was really enjoying it when I was reading it, and it was called Well Actually. Thank you. It was called Well Actually, and
What happened with
it
the
was
hot dog?
she basically did like Chicken Shop Date. That was like her podcast, but she was eating hot dogs instead of like that was like the
Genius.
the bit of the thing is that she was eating hot dogs and she was like real sardonic and that so anyway, I did really enjoy it while I was reading it. I did not finish it. I don't remember why. It wasn't the book's fault. So, that's my disclaimer.
I've read a
Anyway,
couple Maisie Eddings. I like her.
yeah. All right. Well, she's got a gay one coming out. So, this one is called You Won't Forget Me by Maisie Eddings, out June 9th. And, all right, here's the blurb. The tagline describes it as a dazzling sapphic romance about fame, friendship, and falling for the one person you were never meant to. So, lost, reckless, in love. Cubby Clark, interesting name, is the heart of her band, loyal, earnest, and determined to make music that matters. But just as they're about to break out, Connor, her on again, off again boyfriend, walks away, and rockets to solo fame with a hit song tearing her down. Oof. Left with a fractured band, a publicly adored and toxic ex, and a relentless writer's block, Cubby is barely holding it together. The only thing keeping her steady are her friends and bandmates, Darcy and Harry, especially Darcy, bright, magnetic, and more guarded than she lets on. But when a seemingly romantic photo of Cubby and Harry goes viral the same night Cubby and Darcy hook up, the inseparable pair begin to fracture. Ooh! Tortured sapphic romance. Thrust into a whirlwind tour, Cubby and Darcy are forced into close quarters. Now Cubby has one summer to decide what she's willing to risk. Walking away would be easier, but staying might mean everything.
Yeah, I'm in.
Me too. Great.
I like it.
Great. I like it. I dig it. Good band drama.
Yeah, I'm into it. Next up we have another one of my an author that I think does not get enough love, which is Tia Williams. I talked about her recently on here because I was reading a love song for Ricky Wilde, um, and I really loved it. And I also really loved 7 Days in June, which was by her. This is her new book, The Misconnection, which comes out on June 9th and is also at least somewhat set in Europe. So here we go. Sasha Cruz knows types. As a booked and busy casting agent, she's always casting at happy hour, the post office, the grocery store, everywhere. She's all about finding the perfect person to slot into the perfect role. What she doesn't do, however, are relationships. Too much energy and not enough time. Men find her intimidating, and she likes it that way. But when Sasha's seated next to a mysterious, broodingly handsome Italian man on the way to a work trip in Paris, all right, you know what? Italy, I'll take it. Close enough. On a way to a work trip in Paris, sparks fly, but they miss the chance to exchange contact information. Now convinced that she's lost out on her soulmate, Sasha is on a manhunt to find Seat F. Sasha enlists her work friend for help in the search, but when she accidentally emails the entire global company, colleagues around the world begin looking for Seat F too, with some finding love along the way. Oh, I wonder if this is going to be an ensemble. Meanwhile,
Ooh.
Sasha takes matters into her own hands, hiring a smoldering detective. Ooh, do we think Seat F is the detective? Gotta be, right? Gotta be.
No. No. Keep reading.
Oh, who complicates matters in unforeseen ways. Yeah. Interesting. So she thinks she wants Seat F, but
She might
falls
want
for
the
the detective
detective.
instead. I like it.
All right, I'm in. I haven't
Yeah,
read a Tia Williams.
I like her books a lot. They're very melancholy. I think they're pretty, I think, yeah.
All right, I'm in. I'm in.
Next up,
we've mentioned already on the pod, but I don't think we've read the blurb, so, or if we did, it was a while ago. But obviously, we're set for the new Ashley Poston called The Someday Garden, out June 16th. So
If y'all haven't seen the cover for this book, it might be my favorite Ashley Poston cover. I love it.
it is very beautiful. And we do love an Ashley Poston cover, but this one is especially beautiful. So here's the blurb. If you've heard it before, sorry. I forgot. So doesn't matter.
I don't think we've
When
read it.
so I don't think so either. All right. When Sophie Dreer plans her escape to coastal Maine for the summer. Oh, I love a coastal Maine book.
Yeah.
Uh, for a temporary job revitalizing the storied grounds at Lilymore House, she doesn't expect to fall in love. But she does, with the beguiling land, the fragrant flowers, and the towering hedge maze, with the quirky staff and the enigmatic woman who owns the place. And then the door appears. Never in the same place twice, it leads her to a secret and unfinished garden with a frustrated thundercloud of a man trapped inside. This mysterious garden is not the only sign that the future of Lilymore is unstable. The foliage resists Sophie's careful nurturing, vines threaten to strangle the hedges, and the manor's owner has wild ideas about who will take over when she retires, including her inconveniently attractive nephew, who is also there just for the summer. Despite herself, Sophie has come to care for the residents of Lilymore just as much as she cares for its grounds. With the help of one man on the outside of the secret garden and one man on the inside, she might be the only person who can figure out exactly what Lilymore needs to bloom once more. Okay, so as we talked about with some Ashley Postins before, I love that she does something that I feel like is always different. Like she
Mm.
really does do the good blend of magical realism with romance in a way that I can't think of another author that does. At least, well, not as like maybe mainstream. However, the magical realism of the last couple has been a little too thin for me. And so I want her to keep doing, I just don't want them to feel so like shoehorned of like she's trapped herself in this box of like
Well,
there's gotta be something spooky going on.
I also think that she started, well, for one thing, she has written fantasy, like
Mm-hmm.
young adult novels for year before she started writing adult romance, but I think she's traveled more into the like straight up fantasy kind of realm
Mm-hmm.
more so like she started magical realism and now is veering more into like straight up fantasy, which I just kind of wish that like if she were going to do it, she would just do it. It feels like she has like one foot in
Mm-hmm.
to just being like a fantasy romance author, and it feels like her books are wanting to be that without fully committing to it is sort of where I'm at with her.
Yes. I
Does that
think
make
that's
sense?
fair. Yes, it does. And I remember I liked Sounds Like Love more than I liked the Gilmore Girl-esque one
Mhm.
of which now I'm blanking on the title, but where it was like the little town.
Yeah.
Um Partially because the logistics of that one like kind of drove me crazy. And
Mhm.
like look, Dead Romantics is she's never going to like I shouldn't say never, but it's tough to top. And the logistics of it actually did make were very solid as
Yeah.
far as like a magical kind of realism
It was also
subplot
the
goes.
simplest, most important, like kind of
Right.
back like to my point, it was the simplest.
Yes. And so in kind of the her quest to keep doing this to your point, having one foot in kind of two camps, she's kind of like twisted herself into some tricky plot points at occasionally. And like, yes, we will suspend our disbeliefs for parts, but there is sometimes only so much I can do before I'm irritated. So,
Well, I think too, this one, honestly, just from the description of it, it does seem like it's leaning more just straight up fantasy. So maybe she's embracing that now.
yeah, maybe so. So, I
Like,
guess we will find out.
there's got to be realism for it to be magical realism, and
Yeah.
we're losing the realism with every book, which again is fine. But if that's what we're doing, let's just do it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Obviously, we're going to read it for an episode, so we'll find out what
Yeah,
we think. So,
yeah.
All right.
This next one, I'm glad you pulled out because I've been looking forward to it, but I haven't seen it talked about that much. And is a new to me author, Lauren Oakey. So this book is called Trope Sick, and I'm just gonna jump into it. This one takes place in the Hamptons. I've been on
Really
my
rich
summer
people?
house grind. I've been on my summer house grind.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Katie Caruso is a completely normal 25-year-old girl. At least for the past 8 years, she's tried to be. She likes glitter and sequins and flirting with cute boys at New York City bars. She's also a ghostwriter for Meredith Bradford, the best-selling romance novelist of all time. But then Tyler McNally walks back into Katie's life, and that bedazzled facade crumbles at her platform sneakered feet. Katie and Tyler haven't seen or spoken to each other since the overdose death of Katie's older brother, a standout MLB pitching prospect. Tyler was her brother's best friend, and Katie naturally was the girl next door. But now, Tyler is a sleeve tattooed, Ivy League educated, aspiring literary fiction novelist, 9 years sober, and Katie's writing partner for the summer. As genre conventions require, Katie and Tyler soon find themselves removed from Manhattan and instead writing their love story in forced proximity, in quotes, at Meredith's isolated Southampton home. As the summer unfolds, the tropes Katie and Tyler have written into their novel begin to play out in their own lives. Call it destiny, fate, or magic, it's clear their love story is unfinished. This time, though, they'll fight for their happy ending.
I love the title.
Yeah,
I'm interested in this. My gut reaction is that I'm worried it will be like that one we read about where the main character was named Lee and it drove me
yeah,
insane.
yeah.
But maybe not.
Books
Maybe
about writers are
maybe
hard.
books about writers are hard. Especially if they're kind of I don't it's got similar vibes to that one where Lee was very much like I'm like other girls and I don't care and then she infuriated me.
Yeah.
So, but silly rich people. So,
The Hamptons. I don't think
the
we've read a book
Hamptons.
set in the Hamptons.
I don't think so either. Not one that I
A
can think
place
of.
that I know a
So,
great deal about for never having been there.
so
A great deal about for never having been there.
I'm not in the summer house drama, which makes me sad because I was thinking today about how much I miss Scandival, and I was like,
It's all
man,
I care about.
I am,
Do you want to know how
I
many texts I've gotten about Summer House since we've been? I need to read to you the transcript of the first. I have a 26-second long voice memo from our dear friend Lindsay, and the transcript starts. Wes just walked into Sierra's room to, I guess, apologize. What the fuck? I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna strangle him with my bare hands.
that sounds like it sums everything up. I just
Yeah,
don't. I wish I could get invested in this right now.
it's getting
I can't.
juicy, man. They're apparently
I
filming the
know.
reunion this week.
I know. And see, like with Scandival, just I don't know what it was about Vanderpump. It just I locked in, man. I locked in, and I was thinking today about how much I miss Scandival.
I think you
You
would
know
lock
what?
in on Summer House if you watched it from the beginning,
I
genuinely.
think you're right too. And like maybe that'll it. Maybe it's because it's not fully summer yet. I That's when I really lock in on some reality TV. I gotta start gnawing at my cage,
I would
sitting in the pool.
love for you to join me. Sydney, my other best friend, had not watched any Summer House until she came to visit. What was that, 3 weeks ago? She is now on the same season that I am on my rewatch.
All
That
right,
is
all
how
right.
quickly she's gotten into it.
Has Bravo put together like they did for Vanderpump, where they were like, watch these episodes if you want the scan? Do you remember when they did that?
Yes, but I honestly think that the best way to experience this is starting from day one.
Okay, all right. So,
Because one of the couples involved, Kyle and Amanda, the married couple, they get together in the first season and they have always had like a horribly toxic relationship. And but he has always been the problem. So like you spend 10 seasons hating this man and now he gets semi fucked over. And I'm like, y'all are gonna make me feel bad for Kyle Cook? Don't make me feel bad for him. He's horrible. I I sent my own boyfriend out to buy fucking Loverboy, Kyle Cook's stupid drink brand. I gave that man
didn't you say
money.
that? You said they were good pool drinks.
They're good pool drinks.
Yeah. All right.
I'm a fan.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay.
Anyway, I do think you would get into it if you
I
started.
know. I was thinking about how much I miss Vanderpump, like old Vanderpump, and I was like, should I rewatch season 6? And maybe I should just lock
If
in
you
on
don't
Summer
want to
House.
do Summer House from the very beginning, I would start at season 8 because that's when West, the guy who's the problem. But I honestly think you should just do the full 10 seasons.
Okay, I
It's
was about to
excellent
ask how many
television.
seasons are there?
10.
Okay, 10, 10. Okay. All right.
We're
All
on
right. All right.
season 10 right now. It's currently
Okay. Okay.
airing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Next, we read the blurb in our episode about Skate It Till You Make It. The romance revival by Christina Lauren, and we did talk about it a little bit, but I'll reread the blurb just for reminders because I think we both feel kind of what's happening here about it.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 years ago, Emery Finch, great name, did something completely out of character. She got married to Luca, the impossibly charming landscaper she met on one blistering night in Vegas, who made her laugh, made her dance, made her feel. But now, Emery is consumed by her top secret job, missing dinners, forgetting anniversaries, and promising herself Luca will understand once her cutting edge research comes to light. Until the unthinkable happens, a tragic accident takes Luca from her. Desperate not to lose him, Emery breaks every rule to bring him back, and Luca would probably thank her for it if only he could remember her. Their first kiss, their sunny Sundays at the beach, the life they built together, all of it is gone. It may be a miracle of science, but for Emery, it's her one shot at a second chance. And this time she won't waste it, because true love is always worth reviving.
I still don't really know what's happening. It's giving Angelica Frankenstein. It's giving 51st Dates.
I'm
Have
not
have
sold.
our girls finally
Jump
jumped
the
the
shark.
shark?
I don't know. I'm not, not to get into the politics of consent of like reviving a person, but I also don't know if that's for me right now. So that's fine.
Fair, fair. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna read it. I read every Christina Lauren. I'm not gonna say I always will, but it's gonna take a lot for them to fully lose me. But I don't know. I'm not excited about picking this one up.
I know. I know. We're
This might
jumping the
be
shark
an
a little bit.
I have the arc of this. This might be a on the plane to Italy while I'm half awake on melatonin kind of
There
book.
you go. There you go. We are going to end on a high note though.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Our girl, our friend in real life now, who we are blessed to know, Sarah Adler. Her new book is July 28th. Why we gotta wait so
no.
long, babe? We're used to Sarah Adler April, not Sarah Adler July.
I know. It's all right though. It's all
Tragic.
right. Something to look forward to.
I
Something to
say
look
that
forward
like
to.
I don't have a digital copy of the book and
I
a
know.
physical copy of the book already, but
Yeah.
I gotta save it for the right moment.
Right. And we can't talk about it until July 28th. But
And I'm worried that if I read it too early that I'm gonna be fucking big mouthed about it on this podcast. But I mean we can talk about it. We just can't like
oh yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about it. Anyway,
Yeah.
so again, Wild Goose Chase by Sarah Adler, July 28th. Um, Here we go. Antique store owner Callahan Leitner has an illegal taxidermy goose in his living room. Why? It's complicated. But it may end his career unless he finds a legitimate way to dispose of the bird ASAP. Unfortunately, I've read this several times and it's funny every time. Unfortunately, there's an unexpected wrench in his plans the frustrating, effervescent Annie O'Neill. Annie is happy to fill in for her uncle at his antique store. It's the perfect opportunity to gain more experience before opening a shop of her own and to finally meet his handsome young business partner. Unfortunately, Cal is nothing like the charming man she expected. She's tempted to take his apparent dislike personally until she stumbles upon the source of the contraband water, or until the source of his, there's a typo, the source of his something, the source of his crankiness, presumably, the contraband waterfowl, motherfucker, hiding upstairs. He's pissed because there's a goose.
He's pissed
Anyway,
because there's a goose.
when the
Sarah
goose
Adler,
goes,
hire us to
yeah.
blurb.
Well, I don't know where I pulled this from. Who knows? Might not be her fault. When the goose goes missing, it puts both of their professional reputations on the line. As Cal and Annie attempt to track down the bird before it can be traced back to the store, their tentative alliance turns into something much deeper. Will the hunt for their felonious fowl lead to true love or end in ruin? This I'm going to call it right now. Is this the most shenanigan-y of the Sarah Adler shenanigans? Because it kind of feels like it.
Almost surely. Almost surely. I mean, we had a treasure hunt, but and there were shenanigans. Don't get me wrong, there were shenanigans.
There were more.
This
I
is
think until now, the most shenanigans have been in Mrs. Nash's Ashes, and this feels perhaps more shenanigan-y.
ooh, fascinating. All right. Well, obviously we're in. So like,
I
come
would
come
follow
join us
Sarah
July
Adler to the
28th.
moon, off a cliff. I'll read whatever you write, babe.
Yep. I'm very excited. She's also been posting very funny things on her Instagram in preparation for this. Man, yeah, we love that gal. There's not much else we can say until.
Yes, Sarah, we know that the promo on Instagram is probably stressful. You're doing great. It's fun. We like it. We're having
Yeah.
a great time. What are you reading right now?
I am reading. Well, I'm still working on Girl Dinner. So I like put Girl Dinner down so I could pick up the Wedding People. And then it was
Sure.
very funny because Girl Dinner had some some big similarities to the Wedding People in that they're like like the couples were both professors, like so I'm still working on that one, but I do want to finish it. I'm about to get to whatever the reveal is. I still think they eat people. I don't know yet though.
Text me and
um
Michaela when you get there because she and I read
yeah, I
that
will.
around the same time.
When I come back next episode, I will have finished it.
That
So
shit was fucking crazy.
yeah.
Um, well, as I
What are you
posted
reading?
on my Instagram lately, my favorite genre of book this year is, what did I say? Something fever dream. Hang on.
End of the world fever dream something?
I said my favorite book genre of 2026 has been Rage Bait Fever Dream.
There we
And
go.
in Rage Bait Fever Dream fashion, I'm currently reading Yesteryear by Caro Claire Burke, which is fucking bananas. It's like a trad wife influencer who wakes up having been teleported back to the 1800s.
Oh, sick. I actually might want to pick that up.
It's crazy. I'm listening to the audiobook, which is quite good. It's so good that I'm listening to it on like 2x because I am desperate to know what happens.
Ooh, love that.
I'm like gonna
um
make Phil listen to it our entire 4 hour drive to Dallas tomorrow, and I don't care what has to say about it.
Phil, bring headphones.
Yeah.
Uh, well,
Anyway,
anyway,
it's so fucking good.
great. All right. Well, now we also have many books to choose from for the summer and next episode. And if there's anything that really stands out to you, dear listeners, let us know and we'll read it
And I
and talk
think
about
I
it.
will read almost all of these. Maybe not
Except
all of them.
except the Texas one, but
I
don't
feel
make us read
bad I
any.
shat on Alexa Martin. If
She's
anyone,
perfectly lovely, I'm
if
sure.
any of the people are Alexa Martin fans and you want to convince me, my ears are open, my heart is open, but you heard my rant.
We're
Convince
Texas
me.
girlies.
Change my
It's
mind.
We've been here too long. We've been here too long. So
Ain't that the
anyway,
fucking truth? Okay, well, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
see you later.
Bye.